Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Grace Regatta Complex and the annual John Holland Memorial Tournament. We're just underway, trying to fight from Fraser Field, a little long game, getting hit a breed. First hitter, Katie Watts, hit a soft ground ball to the shortstop. She beat it for a base hit. So Watts is at first base with nobody out for Swampscott in this opening game of the tournament. Lily Newhall on the mound for St. Mary's. They get the bunt down. Nice play by the third baseman, Katie O'Neill. Haley Harriman got the bunt down nicely.
Now batting number 13,
Chloe Rakoskis, the third baseman, is the hitter. So this is the Northeastern Conference against the Catholic Central League. These two teams played in the final last year, and Swampscott beat St. Mary's 12-11. Foul tip held on to by Jordan Sullivan. St. Mary's girls trying to make it a sweep for the weekend. St. Mary's boys nipped Lynn English. They were behind most of the game. The boys got 3 in the 6th to take a 1-run lead. English answered with a run in the top of the 7th. And a walk-off walk with the bases loaded got St. Mary's their 18th Nipper Clancy tournament win. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Two away. Nicolette Fraser, the catcher, will be the hitter.
number 12, Nicolette Fraser.
In for a strike. St. Mary's is blessed with 2 very good pitchers, Pepe and Newhall. Swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes. And we finally have a gorgeous day. T-shirts, shorts, sitting out. It's a little bit of a breeze, but it's comfortable. It's not cold. Hit off the backstop. Fraser stays alive. The count 0-2. Slice foul again off to the right side. Hit foul again. Fraser hanging tough. Making Newhall throw some pitches. Try to change up the ball in the dirt. I think Watts started to go to third. She thought it was behind Sullivan. Had to hurry back to second base. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts from Newhall ends the inning. So the infield hit makes it as far as second base, and that's as far as they go. 2 big strikeouts in the inning for Newhall. St. Mary's will bat in the bottom of the first. It'll be Christina Nowicki, the center fielder, leading off. The pitcher, Lily Newhall, will bat second. Playing short and batting third is Sam Porozinski. The first baseman, Talia Smaller, hits in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth is the designated player, Taylor Sullivan. She's hitting for the left fielder, Julie Nicolo. In the number 6 spot is the right fielder, Marina DiBiasio. Katie O'Neill will play third and bat seventh. Catching and batting eighth is Jordan Sullivan. And bringing up the tail end of the batting order, batting ninth, is the second baseman, Felicia D'Alessandro. Paige Licata, the head coach for St. Mary's, ably assisted by Afton Dean and Danielle Del Greco. Gary Moran in charge at Swampscott. Angela Vosbukas and Jessica Raymond, his 2 assistants. Swampscott stepped into this tournament when Lynn Tech dropped out. Haley Hopkins on the mound for the Big Blue against the Spartans. As I mentioned, Northeastern Conference against the Catholic Central League. So Christina Nowicki, good athlete. Basketball player, obviously softball. It usually runs through her as she gets them going. She's a leadoff hitter, and she's a big part of getting them off and running. Takes the pitch for a strike. High for a ball. Nightcap will be what I like to call Thanksgiving in May, English and classical. Hit foul out of play. Off to the right. Up and away for a ball. Count evens at 2. Hit in the air to center field, drifting back. Making the play is Haley Harriman, the center fielder. Nowicki hit it well, got under it just enough that Harriman was able to go back and get it. So 1 up, 1 down for Lily Newhall, the pitcher.
Now batting number 2, Lily Newhall.
Way up and away, went to the backstop almost on the fly. Hit back foul over the backstop towards the front door of Reed Middle School. One the count. Down and away for a ball. John Holland Memorial Tournament. John was a big part of this complex. He got it started, worked on it. He would be here morning, noon, and night, dragging, raking, lining. He was involved in anything with the youth. John would jump in with both feet. Little League, boosters clubs. He was an outstanding gentleman We lost a good one when we lost him. Low for a ball. And we got our first full count, 3-2. So they dedicated this tournament to him. The Conley and the Holland families ran it for years, did a great job giving out outstanding scholarship money to the 4 participating schools as Newhall draws a walk. And then, as anything, they ran it for so long, they had to say, we can't do it anymore. And they so it looked like the tournament was going to die. Katie Donovan is the pinch runner at first. Looked like it was going to die, and up stepped the Babe Ruth people, like they always do for the youth in the city. They took it over. Dave Raymond, Jeff Herb, what an outstanding job they do. I'm not going to go any further because I'll forget somebody or miss somebody, but they do a tremendous job. And I laugh because people say, what about this, what about that, what about these? They don't make a nickel. And they're down here morning, noon, and night. They help keep these fields in shape. It's not even their job. They don't have a softball team. Popped in a short center field. Going back, Watts made the play, and they're going to double up the runner. Nice play by Watts going out into short center field. Picked off the pop-up by Porozinski for the second out. And pinch runner was thinking it was a base hit, was way off. And a great throw to first base, doubles up the runner. So even with the walk, Hopkins only faces 3 hitters. We finished the first inning here in the opening of the Holland Tournament. No score, St. Mary's and Swampscott. Riley Scanlon, designated player hitting for the pitcher Hopkins, will lead off the second inning against Lily Newhall. I was just about to say low because Sullivan kind of dug it out of the dirt, but the umpire said strike 1. Swing and a miss. Hit in here to right center field. Nice job by the right fielder. Marina DiBiasio. Very good hockey player. Covered a lot of ground going to her right. Got over. Took a hit. Maybe extra bases away from Scanlon. 1 up, 1 down. Alexa.
Number 4, Alexa
Papaoglu. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings for the second pitch, 0-2. Three quick pitches, 3 strikes, third strikeout for Newhall. Two up, 2 down.
Number 8, Holmes.
Megan Holmes, the right fielder, is the hitter. Hit foul to the backstop. In for a strike, quickly 0-2. Newhall's been ahead of every hitter. Wide for a ball. Swing and a miss. She ended the second like she ended the first. Back-to-back swinging strikeouts. She's got 4 in 2 innings. So Mary's will have a chance again to get on the board first. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Taylor Smaller, Taylor Sullivan, Marina DiBiasio. Taylor Smaller, the first baseman, leads it off in the bottom of the second inning.
Now batting number 36, Talia Smaller.
In for a strike. Down and in for a ball. Both St. Mary's and Glasgow, the girls' teams in this term, will be using this as a more or less a tune-up for the state tournament. Swampscott and English, this is their state tournament. Swampscott's not having a winning record. They're usually pretty good. They have had lost some tough games. They've been very competitive, but hit Saul, eat the shot. Won't get her. The error is going to allow Smaller to reach.
Number 17, 40, Taylor Sullivan.
Swing and a miss. Down and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor Sullivan is the designated player. She's hitting for the left fielder, Julie Niccolo. Way high for a ball. St. Mary's got their second base runner on. First one was a walk that got doubled off on a nice play by the shortstop Watts, taking a hit away from Porozinski and then doubling the runner off. Watts went out behind second base, out in the outfield grass, and over the shoulder made the catch on the pop-up. And up and away for a ball. Full count, 3-2 for Taylor Sullivan. High and deep to the outfield. Gone, it's over the fence. First one we've seen. She got all of that one. She's fixing her. She had a uniform malfunction as she got to second base. She got all of that and drilled it high and deep over the left center field fence. So the error hurt, and the home run followed. Coach Maria's out to check on the center fielder Harriman. She kept going back trying to make the catch. I think she made contact with the fence, but she's okay. She's got a bruise on that right arm a little bit. She went back. She made a great effort trying to catch it, but she just ran out of real estate. It was over the fence. Towering blast by Taylor Sullivan.
Now batting number 17,
Marina DiBiasio, the right fielder. Hit the center field. This one will stay in the park, and Harriman will track it down. Her second play. She made it play the first play of the game.
Now batting number 5, Katie O'Neill.
Katie O'Neill, the third baseman, is the hitter. In for a strike. Slice to right field by the right fielder all the way back to the fence. O'Neill can run. She's around second, going to continue to third, and she's in with a stand-up triple. She ripped that. They were off the line for a right-handed hitter, and a good effort by the right fielder Holmes. Had to go way to her left to try and even get a piece of it.
Number 8, Jordan Sullivan.
O'Neill gets the second extra base hit of the inning. Jordan Sullivan, the catcher, will be the hitter. In for a strike. So St. Mary's jumping on top of Swampscott here in the second inning. An error, a home run, and out, and a triple. Down and in for a ball. Nice stop by the catcher, Fraser. One the count. Swing and a miss. Way out in front of that one. Up and away for a ball. 2-2 the count. Solid shot to left field. She got out in front a little too far and pulled it foul. Hit it hard, but out enough to pull it well foul. Count stays 2-2. Solid shot again. Foul. She tattooed those last two pitches, but out in front, far enough to pull it well foul. So the count stays 2-2. Deep to the outfield. Gone again. Taylor Sullivan, a 2-run home run. Jordan Sullivan says, if you can do it, I can do it. Two mammoth shots to left center field. Just like that, two swings of the bat. It's 4-0. Taylor Sullivan, Jordan Sullivan, both going long ball. Smaller after the error. Sullivan after the O'Neill triple. 3 extra base hits in the inning for St. Mary's. And there was no question about it. As soon as she hit it, see you later, it's gone. Low for a ball to Felicia D'Alessandro. Swing and a miss. A little late on that swing. Wide for a ball. We hustled over here after the Clancy tournament. And a big tip of the hat to Frank Carey. He made it a very enjoyable afternoon. And last night he did one game. Today he did both. And it was nice having Frank in the booth. Hit to right field. Nice running catch. Megan Holmes covered a lot of ground going over the right center field. Reached across her body. Made the catch. Took extra bases away from D'Alessandro. So 2 outs. Christina Nowicki flies to center field, leading off the bottom of the first. Hit up the middle. Safe, she beat it. And Nowicki gets an infield hit. Lily Newhall, the pitcher, drew a walk, her 1 trip. This would be the 8th hitter in the inning. 4 of them scored, and 1 is on first base. Slicing it foul out of play. Just got a piece. I was just going to say, Nowicki went to second base. I thought it was a foul ball. It was. It was a foul tip. So they send her back to first. Hit high in the air. Watch drifting back. They give her room so she can make the play. So St. Mary sends 8 to the plate. 4 of them score. 2 bombs. Taylor Sullivan, a 2-run home run. Jordan Sullivan, a 2-run home run. We played 2 in the opening round of this Holland tournament. St. Mary's 4. Swampscott, nothing. 8, 9, and 1 for the Big Blue of Swampscott as we start the 3rd inning. Miranda Moscoso, the first baseman. Tiara Teal, and back to the top of the order, Katie Watts to face Lily Newhall, who will start her 3rd inning. In for a strike. The umpire likes that low pitch. Moscoso is the first baseman. I think I said that, but just to be sure. Up and away for a ball. Chopped at that one, hit it foul behind home plate. And once again, Newhall ahead of the hitter. It's 1 and 2. Pretty good little crowd here, wrapped all around the fence out in the outfield. Low for a ball. 2-2 the count. Slices it foul. First base coach ducking out of the way as it went right by the coach. Hit foul again. Swing and a miss. Newhall gets another strikeout.
Now batting number 5, Tiara Teal.
Tiara Teal, the second baseman, is the hitter. In for a strike. I was just about to say the pitch was high. And he come up late with the right arm. That one's high for a ball. Off Jordan Sullivan's glove to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one goes off to the backstop, off the glove again. Two on the count. Good pitch right down the pipe. Runs the count even, 2-2. Hit foul off the backstop, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Top of the order, Katie Watts on deck. Chased that high pitch, didn't catch up to it. Third time in 3 innings, she's got back-to-back strikeouts. First 2 times were to end the first and second innings. Katie Watts beat out a little ground ball to shortstop for a base hit, leading off the ball game. Only base runner for Swampscott so far. She hits it to third. O'Neill did a nice job. Didn't wait for the big hop. Dug it. Went down and got it. Watts is a very good hitter. 8 in a row retired by Lily Newhall after giving up, 9 in a row retired by Lily Newhall after giving up that leadoff single. She's got 2 strikeouts in each inning. And thanks to the 2 bombs by Taylor and Jordan Sullivan, both hitting 2-run home runs, Newhall and the Spartans are leading 4-0 going into the bottom of the third. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 to face Kaylee Hopkins, who'll be starting her 3rd inning of work. Hopkins gave up 4 base hits, all in the second inning, 3 of them extra bases, 2 home runs and a triple. Throw in an infield error. And you wind up with 4 runs. Sam Porozinski thought she had a base hit. She had a little flare out behind second base. Watched the shortstop, made a great play. Going about 5 steps out on the grass, over the shoulder, made the catch. And for good measure, doubled the runner off at first base because the runner at first thought it was a base hit as well.
Now
So she's 0 for 1. Hits it to second base, right through the wickets. Second error by Swampscott. The first one cost him a run. Porozinski hit it hard right to the second baseman, right through the wickets. Taylor Smaller reached on an error and walked around on Taylor Sullivan's 2-run home run. In for a strike. Down and in for a ball. I always wait a second because the umpire is sometimes a little bit late coming up with that right hand. I don't want to try and call him from way out here in right center field. Up and away for a ball, 2-1. High and away, 3-1. Hit high in the air to center field. Harriman coming in, makes the play. She's going to play an inning. She tried to make a play on the home run and banged into the fence. She's been active in center field. Taylor Sullivan ripped it high and deep over the left center field fence. High in the air. Harriman again. Nice job. She covered a lot of ground. Running all the way over to right center field. Short right center field. Not that far behind the second baseman. She makes 2 straight plays. She's got 4 putouts in 2 2/3 innings. Marina DiBiasio flied out to Harriman in center field. Nice stop by the catcher, Fraser. Bounces it in. The runner takes off. Safe at second base. Pitch bounced off the catcher. Porozinski took off. Nice throw by Fraser, but not in time. She got a good jump off the bag. So a runner in scoring position for St. Mary's. Hit foul. Nice backhanded stop by Rakoskis, the third baseman, in foul territory. Nice stop again by Fraser behind the plate. Keeps the runner at second base. Way up in the air for ball 4. Second walk given up by Hopkins. The first one was doubled up. Katie O'Neill lined a shot into right field. It went to the fence, and she wound up with a triple. And she walked around on Jordan Sullivan's 2-run home run. So an error and a walk could put 2-1 sandwiched in between the error and the walk with 2 fly balls to Harriman out in center field. Line to right field again, right at the right fielder. O'Neill hit that a ton. Nice job by Holmes to go get it. So the walk in the air don't hurt. St. Mary's leaves a couple. We finished 3 in this opening game of the annual Holland Tournament. And after 3, St. Mary's leads Swampscott 4-0. 2, 3, and 4 for the Big Blue as we start the 4th inning. And it becomes sort of a trend. You never saw it years past, but all of a sudden, a lot of players are wearing the masks. D'Alessandro at second, O'Neill at third, and of course the pitcher, Newhall. Started when they first started to come out with the masks, it was the pitcher. And then it became, well, the third baseman plays very shallow for bunts and could get hit with a line drive. And then was the second baseman who sometimes plays shallow depending on the defense. If you got a slapper up, they may move the second baseman in close. I know in past there were instances where everybody in the infield was wearing a mask. Chop, big hop to O'Neill at third. You'd be the big sigh of relief if you're the third baseman. You get a hop that comes up around shoulder high. Harriman gets thrown out at first by Katie O'Neill. Chloe Rakoskis struck out swinging her one trip. In for a strike. Solid hit into left field for a base hit. Second hit for Swampscott. Newhall had retired 10 in a row after giving up a leadoff single to start the ball game. Nicolette Frazier, the catcher, struck out swinging her one trip. Hit off the backstop for strike one. In for a strike, quickly 0-2. Chase, that one was way down around her ankles, but with 2 strikes, you got to protect the plate. She fouled it back. Count stays 0-2. Nice stop by Jordan Sullivan. The runner hesitated, took off, and now she's in a pickle. And they throw it away. She got back to first base. Everybody got involved. The last person was going to look to make the tag was the catcher, Jordan Sullivan. I think she thought the ball got away. She went to try to go to second. She stopped halfway. They threw it down. Everybody got a piece of that softball, and they threw it away at first base, and she just stole back, avoiding the tag, and it was the catcher that was trying to make the play between first and second. Good hustle by Jordan Sullivan. High and away for a ball. 2-2 the count to the Big Blue catcher, Nicolette Frazier. Swing and a miss. She gets it for the second time. Two-way, Riley Scanlon, designated player hitting for the pitcher Hopkins, is the hitter. She flied out to right field. Her one trip. Wide for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. Hit the shot, and they throw it away. They had a play at second base, a force, and they went to first and threw it away. Rakoskis will wind up at third. So first and third for Swampscott. Alexa Papaoglu. The left fielder struck out swinging her one trip. They had the force at second base, but they opted to go to first and threw it way over the head of Talia Smaller. High for a ball. She squared like she was going to bunt. Nowicki, the center fielder, coming in to cover second base with everybody moving around in the infield. Took the pitch for a strike. Again, here everybody moving. First baseman, third baseman charging. Shortstop going to third. Second baseman going to first. Brings Nowicki in to cover second base. The 1-1 pitch. Nice stop. Jordan Sullivan picked that out of the dirt. Moving over to second is Scanlon. So second and third now with two outs. Oscar would love to get a base hit here to get back in the game. Gets the bunt down. Katie O'Neill, a very nice play. And D'Alessandro picked the ball out of the dirt at first base. So O'Neill right on top of that play. The out goes 5-4. So Swampscott gets a hit and an error, and they leave runners at second and third. Newell kept the streak alive. She only got one strikeout, but she's got at least one in every inning. She's got 7 through 4. Halfway through the ball game, St. Mary's on top, 4-0. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 for St. Mary's in the bottom of the fourth. Jordan Sullivan, Felicia D'Alessandro, back to the top of the order, Christina Nowicki. 2 long bombs by both Sullivans, Taylor and Jordan. High over the left center field fence, almost carbon copies. One after an error, one after a triple. They bunched all their 4 hits in the second inning. 3 for extra bases, 2 home runs and a triple.
Now batting number 8, Jordan Sullivan.
Up and away for a ball. in for a strike. So she was down the count. She hit a couple of shots way out in front that fouled past third base, hit him a ton, and then she turned around, hit it to left center field for a home run. Hit foul just outside the third base bag. Markoskis went over, fielded it, and was just about to step and make the throw, and the umpire yelled foul ball. Swing and a miss. Looked like Hopkins pulled the string a little bit. Sullivan way out in front, swung through it. First strikeout for Hopkins. Felicia D'Alessandro hit it well. The right fielder Holmes came over right center field and caught up with it for the out. Tries to bunt and fouls it off. Just over the third baseman, shortstop head, in for a base hit. Takes a wide turn and it goes back to first base. So Alessandro's got a base hit. Christina Nowicki fly to center and singled.
Number 9, Christina Nowicki.
Nice stop by Fraser, the catcher. Doing a nice job behind the plate. Gets the bunt down, it's foul. That was an easy base hit if it stays fair, but it just rolled beyond the foul line. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And the sun went down and that breeze picked up a little bit, starting to blow in. It's blowing towards home plate. Reaches for that, slices it foul off to the right. High for a ball. Up and away for a ball. And all of a sudden it has cooled off considerably here with that wind coming in. Up and away for ball 4. Nowicki on for the second time. St. Mary's has first and second with 1 out for Lily Newhall. She's walked and pumped to short. She can help herself here.
Lily Newhall.
Hit in the air, infield fly rule call. Watts will make another play. Newhall popped to her the last 2 times. This one and last time. 2 outs. Sam Porozinski popped into a double play with Watts making a very nice defensive play. And last time up, she reached on an error. Missing wide for a ball. So a little breeze has come in, and now everybody in shorts and in t-shirts looking for some extra clothing to put on to warm up. It's been very warm all day for a change. Now we're back to overcast, no sun, wind. 2 on the count as that pitch was in for a strike to Porozinski. Low off the catcher. Everybody's going to move up. That pitch was in the dirt and it bounced. So it takes away a force at any base on a ground ball. They have to go to first. The runners will move up to second and third on the wild pitch. That one bounced right at, if not before, home plate. Frazier she blocked it nicely. She tried to pick it, couldn't. The runners move up to second and third. And that's ball 4. So second walk in the inning loads the bases for Talia Smaller, who reached on an error and flied to center field. St. Mary's with an opportunity to put a little more daylight between them and the Big Blue. Bases loaded, but there's 2 outs. Solid shot into left field. That's going to score 2. Jumped on that first pitch and ripped it into left field. Alessandro scores easily. Nowicki hustling around third, scores. So still first and second with 2 outs. A big 2-out hit. And boy, have I seen a lot of those this weekend. St. Mary's boys beat North End over 7-1 in the opening of the Clancy tournament. 6 of their runs came on 2-out hits. English tied the game today in the 7th inning with a 2-out hit. Hit in the center field for a base hit. The run scores, and they throw it home rather than get it into the infield. Everybody moves up. So Taylor Sullivan's got her 3rd RBI. On the throw, the runners go to second and third. Marina DiBiasio will be the 8th hitter in the inning. She's flied to center and walked as we have a confab on the mound for the Big Blue. Breaks up just as the umpire gets there to break it up. So they had 4 coming in the inning. They got 3 in the inning. It's now 7-0.
Now batting number 17, Rnd SMHS.
In for a strike. Both runners held up at first and second after the run scored, but when the throw went all the way through to the catcher, they both took off and went to second and third. Another solid shot into left field. They hold the runner at third. DiBiasio gets a base hit. She's on for the 2nd time, gets an RBI. So they matched their 4-run outburst in the second.
Now batting number 5, Katie O'Neill.
Katie O'Neill lined a shot in the right field for a triple. She lined another shot to right field, and the right fielder, Megan Holmes, made a nice defensive play, taking a base hit away. And she rips it into right field for another base hit. A run scores. Hustling over to third is DiBiasio. O'Neill 3 times went to right field. Jordan Sullivan, who started this inning, she's the 10th hitter in the inning. Half of the 10 that have batted have scored. Five hits and a couple of walks. High and tight for a ball. Way out in front of that one. Hit that one up on the, I thought it was going to go up on the roof of the Breed Middle School. Way out of play. 2-1 the count. She hit a 2-run home run and struck out swinging, started this inning. Low for a ball. 3-1 the count. Solid shot. Got all of that one. Again, out in front, pulled it foul past third base. Paige Licata, the third base coach, was bailing out after that one. The payoff pitch is up and coming. High and deep to left field. Fair ball. 2 runs they're going to score. Sullivan gets her second hit. Second extra base hit. DiBiasio scores easily. O'Neill scores from first. A 7-run inning for the Lady Spartans. A couple of walks, but 6 hits. Felicia D'Alessandro got a base hit and scored a run in this inning.
Number 15, Felicia D'Alessandro.
In for a strike. She flied to right her first time, and that was another nice play by Holmes. Looked like she had extra bases. Holmes made a nice move going over to right center, picking it off. Hit to third. Nice play by Rakoskis over to Moscoso. They finally get out of the inning, but not before St. Mary's sends 11 to the plate. 7 of them score, and all of a sudden it's a double-digit lead. St. Mary's 11, Swampscott nothing. Angelia Pepe will be the new pitcher. So Lily Newhall goes 4. Doesn't give up a run. 2 base hits. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 7. 3 base runners, 2 hits and an error. At one point she retired 10 in a row before giving up her second hit. Swampscott was able to get 1 run at the third base. And that was due an error, and it was with 2 outs, and she got out of the inning with a ground out. In for a strike. Megan Holmes has played well in right field. Chop. Pepe will make the play, helping herself. Nice job by the pitcher. Throws Holmes out. She had struck out previously, and that was against Newhall. Miranda Moscoso.
14, Miranda Moscoso.
First baseman struck out swinging. Swing and a miss. 11 hitters came to the bat. 7 of the 9 hitters in the batting order scored a run in that 4th inning. to really break this one open. Hit up the middle for a base hit. Tiara Teal, the second baseman, struck out swinging. And she's facing Pepe for the first time.
Now batting number 5, Tiara Teal.
High and tight for a ball. You got Pepe, a sophomore, Lily Newhall, a freshman. Two pretty good pitchers. I know teams that would love to have one of them. I thought she got a piece of it. I heard the sound, but the sound was off Sullivan's glove. So Moscoso is at second base. In for a strike. 2-2 the count. Up and away for a ball. Count goes full to the big blue second baseman, top of the order on deck. Low for ball 4. Swampscott has 2 on with 1 out for Katie Watts. She got the first of the ball game. She led off, beat out a ground ball to shortstop. Last time up she hit hard, but right at O'Neill, the third baseman, who threw her out. Up and away for a ball. High for a ball. Conversation on the mound. Pepe is a little hiccup here. She's lost her rhythm a little bit. She gave, after getting the first out, she's given up a hit, walked a batter. Now she's going 3-0 on the next batter. Paige Licata out to talk to the troops. So we'll get back to softball. Watts will step in. Pepe will get set. The 3-0 pitch up and coming. And that's ball 4. So she walks her on 4 pitches. Swampscott only had 3 base runners through 4 innings. 2 hits and an error. They now have 3 base runners in this inning with 1 out. Haley Harriman, the center fielder, sacrificed and grounded to third. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Harriman is the center fielder, who's done a nice job out there. She had 4 putouts in the first 3 innings. Hit in the air to short right field. Drops in for a base hit. Harriman gets a base hit and RBI.
Number 32, Chloe.
Still 3 on with 1 out, but a run in. Just a little pop over the first baseman's head, well in front of the right fielder. Chloe Rakoskis has struck out and singled. Takes the pitch for a strike. Pepe in relief is having a little bit of a hiccup in this inning. 2 hits, 2 walks, up and away for a ball. Hit in the right center field for a base hit, extra bases. They're going to send everybody. It's going to clear the bases. A solid shot. Rakoskis has got her second hit, a double. She's got 3 RBI. Four runs in for the Big Blue. In for a strike. Still only 1 out, the runner at second. Swampscott has matched the 4 runs that St. Mary's put up in the second inning. Two quick strikes to the Big Blue catcher. She has struck out swinging twice. Takes it up and in for a ball. Slices out of play over the Swampscott dugout. That hit up on top of the batting cage over behind first base and stayed there. High for a ball. So the count evens at 2. High again. So she had the lead on Frazier. Now she's got to come in with a pitch or put her on. Missed inside for ball 4. Third walk in the inning. This is not characteristic of Pepe. Riley Scanlon was the 8th hitter in the inning.
Number 16, Riley Scranton.
She flied to right, reached on an error. Hit in the air behind second base. You know, it almost dropped. It should have been an infield fly called. I didn't see either umpire call it.
Zulu.
Alexa, Papa Oglu. In for a strike. She's the 9th hitter in the inning. Swing and a miss. Up and away for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. They finally get out. Paige Licata, the coach, and Angelia Pepe, the pitcher, are happy that inning is finally over. Swampscott sends 9 to the plate. They put 4 on the board. 3 hits. 3 walks. They leave 2 on base. We'll move into the bottom half of the 5th. It's now 11-4. These 2 teams last year in the tournament championship final put 23 runs on the board. Swampscott won 12-11. That's usually more like slow pitch softball. And they're trying to break records here today with 15 runs. St. Mary's got 4 in the 2nd. Swampscott just matched that 4 in the 5th. But St. Mary's got 7 in the 4th, sending 11 to the plate. And that's the difference. And we have a new pitcher for Swampscott. Katie Watts is going to come in to pitch. And Hopkins, the pitcher, is going to go to shortstop. So for Swampscott, Hopkins goes 4, gives up 11 runs.
Now pitching for Swampscott is number 3, Katie Watt.
10 of them were earned. The one that was unearned, there was an error in the 2nd inning, leading off, followed by those 2 home runs and a triple. She walked 3, struck out 1. And of course, she's on the hook for the loss.
Number 9,
Christina Nowicki. She flied out to center her first time. She singled and walked her last 2. And the walk, she came around to score. Christina is the center fielder. In for a strike. 2-2 the count. Hit in the center field. Nice job. Harriman does a nice job out in center field. Nowicki hit that right on the nose to the first base side of second base. Harriman covered a lot of ground, went over and took extra bases away. Very nice play.
Number 13, Andrea Pepe.
That's her 5th putout in the game. Pepe will hit for the first time. Pops it up. First baseman Miranda Moscoso makes the play behind first base. 2 quick outs in the 5th.
Now batting number 25, Sarah Porozinski.
Sam Porozinski has popped the shot, reached an error, walked and scored. Punches it foul to third base. Floated wide for a ball. In for a strike. Just missed high. Harriman, the center fielder, started running off the field, thought it was strike 3. From center field, she thought it was a strike. Hit to third. Very smooth play by Rakoskis, the third baseman. A 1-2-3 inning. First one for Swampscott. They did only face 3 in the first inning, but there was a double play. A legitimate 1-2-3 inning. Katie Watts comes in and shuts the door. We played 5 full in this opening game of the Holland Tournament. St. Mary's leading Swampscott 11-4. This is a very young St. Mary's team. We tell you, Newhall's a freshman, the left fielder Nicolo's a sophomore, Katie O'Neill's a junior, Christine Nowicki's a junior, Angelia Pepe is a sophomore, Felicia D'Alessandro is a sophomore, DiBiasio is a sophomore, Osa Grossi, who plays quite a bit, is a sophomore, Porozinski is a sophomore, Talia Smaller is a junior. Nice play by D'Alessandro going way to her left, making the play. Holmes is out 4-3. Miranda Moscoso, the first baseman, has struck out, singled, and scored. Takes it inside for a ball. Pepe starting her second inning of work. Swing and a miss. Hit foul off the backstop. 1-2 the count. Little late swing. That ball was almost by as she lined it over the Swampscott dugout. Out of play. Off-speed pitch way out in front. Nice pitch by Pepe. Her second strikeout.
Now batting number 5, Tiara Teal.
Tiara Teal, the second baseman, struck out, drew a walk and had big 4-run uprising, and with the walk came around to score. Swing and a miss. Up and away for a ball. High again for a ball, 2-1. High again, 3-1. In for a strike. The count goes full, 3-2. Swing and a miss. She comes back and gets her. Third 1-2-3 inning for Lady Spartan pitching. Swampscott is now down to the last 3 outs. With St. Mary's ahead 11-4. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Lady Spartans, and Katie Watts will start her second inning of work. She had a quick 1-2-3 in the 5th. The winner of this, and unless lightning strikes, it'll be St. Mary's, will take on the winner of Lynn English and Lynn Classical. And the loser will take on the loser of that intercity rival battle. Again, a nice little crowd wrapped around the fence, and some may have gone to their cars to get a little warmer clothing, because all of a sudden that sun went down, the breeze picked up, and it got chilly. And on top of chilly, it got cold, which it has been all year long. We had a great day at the ballpark, Fraser, today. Nice warm weather. She jumped on that changeup and rips it into left center field for a base hit. In with a stand-up double. Small is on for the 3rd time. She reached on there and scored, singled in 2 and scored. Now she's got a double. Taylor Sullivan hit a 2-run home run, fly to center, singled and scored. So she's 2 for 3 with 2 RBI and 2 runs scored. Way up in the air for a ball. Taylor got St. Mary's off and running with a big 2-run home run. Pops up. Watch the pitcher makes the play. Marina DiBiaso fly to center, walked, singled in a run and scored in that big 7-run inning. Hit in a left field for a base hit. That'll be a run. Standing up is DiBiaso with a double. Back-to-back doubles. She gets her second RBI.
Now batting number 5, Katie O'Neill.
Hit foul by O'Neill. She goes to right field again for a base hit. Everything has been to the right side. O'Neill gets a base hit. Her third hit, second RBI.
Number 8, Jordan Sullivan.
DiBiase scores her second run. Jordan Sullivan hit a 2-run home run, hit a 2-run double. She's got 4 RBI. Down and in for a ball. O'Neill moves over to second base as Sullivan draws a walk. They'll run for Sullivan at first.
Now batting, Felicia D'Alessandro.
Felicia D'Alessandro flied to right, singled and scored, grounded out third to first.
Pinch running, Marissa Grossi.
Alyssa Grossi is the runner at first. Solid shot, foul ball. Grossi was part of the girls' basketball team that went to the state final, as was Christina Nowicki. Hit to center field, coming on. There's Harriman making another nice play. Boy, she covers a lot of ground.
Number 9, Christina Nowicki.
6 plays putouts by Harriman in center field. Christina Nowicki flied to center, singled, walked and scored. Line to center. Harriman make one of those nice running catches in right center field. Popped up. The shortstop was the pitcher. Now she's the shortstop. Hopkins goes back and takes it away from the second baseman for the third out. So St. Mary's 3 outs away from moving into yet another Holland final. They add 2 more. It's now 13-4. St. Mary's over Swampscott at the end of 6. Talked about people wearing masks. The pitcher, obviously. D'Alessandro, the second baseman. Porozinski, the shortstop. O'Neill, the third baseman. It's almost the entire infield. Taylor Smaller at first is the only one not wearing a mask in the infield.
Now batting number 3, Katie Watts.
Katie Watts was the shortstop, went into pitch. She had a base hit her first time up, grounded out the third. Last time up, she walked and scored one of the runs in the Swampscott's big 4-run inning. Both pitches low. Up and away for a ball, 3-0. On 4 pitches, Watts is on for the 3rd time. Just what you like to have from your leadoff hitter.
Number 9, Sydney Cresta.
Sydney Cresta. I have to apologize. I totally misread the lineup sheet that they gave me. When I wrote it down, I wrote second hitter is number 7. It's number 9. It's not Haley Harriman who's making all those plays. It's Sydney Cresta, who's a name that everybody will know in Swampscott. Sydney Cresta, I sincerely apologize to Sydney and her family. She's making all those plays in center field. She's been outstanding. And I just realized that I put down number 7 as the starter, misreading the sheet he gave me. And it's the number 7 that I read as number 7 is a number 9. As it's popped up, Porzinski just shy of the outfield grass will make the play. So I apologize to Sydney Cresta. She's the one making all those outs in center field, and she's played outstanding. Chloe Rakoskis made a couple of nice plays at third base. She struck out, singled, and doubled in 3 runs. She doubled with the bases loaded. One out, one on for the Big Blue here in the 7th inning. In for a strike. Up and away for a ball. In for a strike. Good pitch by Pepe. Count goes full. Off-speed pitch hits the third. They get one in the middle. Nice play by O'Neill. Looked like she was going to go to first and realize, wait a minute, there's a runner at first. I can go to second. Alessandro gets the put out at second base. And Swamps gets down to the last out. In for a strike. High for a ball.
Batting number 12, Nicolette Fraser.
Frazier almost went for that one. Just held up. Frazier was struck out, and walked. The strikeouts came against Newhall. The walk came against Pepe. And now she gets hit by Pepe on the back. That brings the crowd around the mound. Talking to Pepe, and brings Nicole Gagnon. Outstanding job as the trainer. She's everywhere for St. Mary's. She's coming out to make sure that Frazier is okay. It's not bad enough you take a beating being behind the plate as a catcher. You're going to wind up getting hit by a pitch. Luckily, hit her right on the shoulder rather than hit her on a bone, so she's okay. Riley Scanlon, the designated player, has flied to right, reached on error, popped to second. Coach Moran was over to check on his player as well. And it has cooled off considerably. Popped up. Sullivan, the catcher, makes the play, and that's going to do it. Well, St. Mary's is going to advance. They revenged the loss to Swampscott in last year's championship final. They'll move on to yet another final of the Holland Tournament. Swampscott will play either English or classical in the consolation. St. Mary's will play either English or classical in the championship. St. Mary's got out in the second inning. A two-run bomb after Smaller reached on an error. A two-run bomb by Taylor Sullivan. After an out, Katie O'Neill tripled, and Jordan Sullivan followed suit with a two-run bomb. It was 4-0. They stretched it. In the fourth inning, they got 7. A 2 RBI single by Smaller, an RBI single by Sullivan. DiBiase got an RBI single. O'Neill got an RBI single. Jordan Sullivan got 2 more RBI, giving her 4 with a double. It made it 11-1, 11-0. Swampscott in the fifth got 4. An RBI single by Sydney Cresta. And again, I apologize for misnaming her all the way through the game. And then with the bases loaded, Rakoskis, who had a very nice game at third, got a double, knocking in 3. She had 2 hits with 3 RBI. That made it 4, and that was it for Swampscott. St. Mary's added 2 more in the sixth. Smaller got on base again with a double, her second hit. She came around to score on DiBiase's double, and O'Neill got her second RBI with a base hit. Knocked in the 2 runs to make it 13-4, and that was the final score. So for Swampscott, Watts was on base 3 times, 2 walks and a hit, scored a run. Cresta had an RBI single, scored a run, and made 6 plays in the outfield and center field. Rakoskis had an outstanding game at third base, had a single, a double, knocking in 3. Go down to McCosco, the first baseman, had a base hit, scored a run. Teal drew a walk and scored a run. For St. Mary's, everybody getting the act. Nowicki had a hit and a walk, scored a run. Lily Newhall pitched the first 4 and was outstanding, giving up only 2 hits, striking out 7 at one point, retiring 10 in a row. Porozinski was on base twice, scored a run. Smaller reached on an error, singled, doubled, scored 3, knocked in 2. Taylor Sullivan had the 2-run home run along with a single, knocked in 3, scored 2. Marina DiBiase had a walk, a single, a double, knocked in 2, scored 2. Katie O'Neill had a triple, a single, and a single. She scored 2, knocked in 2. Jordan Sullivan had a 2-run home run, a 2-run double, and a walk, knocking in 4. And D'Alessandro had a base hit and scored a run. Everybody getting the act. St. Mary's put 13 on the board. They pick up another win, and they'll move on to the Holland final, which is where they they wind up there more often than not. They win it 13-4 over Swampscott. So again, it will be Swampscott taking on either English or Classical in the consolation, and St. Mary's will play for the championship against the winner of English Classical, which will be tomorrow on Sunday. So 13-4, St. Mary's over Swampscott. They avenged last year's loss in the championship final. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.